Anybody have any solutions?
There you go, it's on.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. I make a motion to exit executive session.
Second.
All in favor? I make a motion.
Wait,
Let the public in.
we're open back up, guys.
7:40.
We're in public session now.
Motion to exit. Chuck, second.
It's not updated in the middle of the, just talking with staff, so
Okay.
I'd rather it be on camera than to a lobby.
All right, I make a motion to authorize the town attorney to work with the code enforcement officer to file a land use enforcement action in court against the landowner at map and lot R01020F, or come up with a consent agreement between the landowner and the town.
Second.
All in favor? And that is it. Thank you for being
Thank you,
here.
Amy. Appreciate it.
Safe travels
Have a good night.
home.
Yes, have a good night.
Careful of that.
All right. Having all set, fellas, let's go. I did.
Okay, good.
I did. Let me rewrite it though. I'll rewrite it for you. So, gentlemen, we are going to go back into discussing the code enforcement codes budget. We'll go back to wages. We did discuss wages, and I just wanted to say that currently our code enforcement officer is making $31 an hour, and the land use clerk is at $25.73. So, working through this, are we content with the?
No, I like I said, he needs to come up.
Okay, what do you think he needs to come up to? Hourly.
Hourly? I was gonna do it on the other part.
So that'd be
Well,
60 a week, would be another $1.50 an hour
$1.50,
on top of that.
and the other one would be $1.
Yep.
So it'd be $32.50. And then what was the other
Plus
one?
the
Plus the COLA.
it'd be 31 plus the COLA plus $1.50.
So if you take the $32.50 plus the COLA.
No, you gotta do it the other way around. Otherwise. you
Oh,
get
to get
some-
it up, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
okay.
So wait,
am I-
the number you have right now with the COLA is 74,655.54, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
74,625.
74,625. So it'd
Yep,
be
divided by
it'd be
52.
77,625.
So that brings him to 35 an hour.
then the other one, that would be $1 on the other side. She's at $26.75, so it'd be $27.75.
Did you say 25.70?
Oh, $25.70?
25.73.
Okay, so $26.73. The other $25.73, that would be the COLA side, then plus that.
And my
So
feeling
it
on
should
that is we're not in line with
No.
other towns, and this will at least get us in that direction with them.
What did you have for that number, Sean?
What are we doing? I don't know what you're doing.
Well, if you had, take the, what was she, $25.73
Yep.
plus your COLA,
Yep.
then another $1.
And then you're gonna add $1, so
Yeah. $28.50.
$27.88.
What's that come out to for the year?
Hold on. $58,006.73.
58.
58,006.
So that's going to be an increase of 6 to 13 and 3 798.
So you want to put her at 2780, 2789, 27.
So 58,000 is divided by 280,
28.
2,080.
So we raised up from 125 to 135.
So that increases the whole budget by $10,000.
Yeah, 10,500.
10,011, right?
And then we can take that off the table.
I think so.
All right. Can we just make sure we're on the same page? So what hourly for codes or for land use clerk was
Land use or code?
the land use clerk? You wanted to go to
What was the hourly last year?
25.73.
Plus the 4.5.
4.5.
25 plus 73. So that adds $1.16.
So that puts us at 26.89
Plus
Plus
a
another
dollar.
plus another 27.89.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, that's what she
I
had.
did $1 too much. Okay, so 27.89.
That comes to what, $58,006.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the other one comes to $77,625.
I had 412, but 600.
Ow. 27.89 times 52. So these are not right. So Jen's gonna be at
06.
58,011.
So he went from 31 to 35.
Yeah, I did the math. I did the penny. So it's 28, I mean, not 28, 27.89 times 40 hours a week.
Yep.
Times 52 weeks is 58,011.
1-1.
Yep. So that's land use clerk, and then we're bringing him up to 35 times 40 hours a week. It's 1,400 a week times 52 weeks. So he's at 72. That doesn't seem right. So he's at 72.80. That doesn't seem right.
77.
77,625.
Why is mine not adding up right?
$135,636 is going to be the.
We're taking this off the table.
Oh, those numbers include the overtime, right?
No,
Oh,
No,
they don't.
no.
add 3,500 for overtime.
So that budget, that end's gonna go up.
We can't miss another day.
This doesn't make, I'm sorry, this doesn't make sense, right? He's making $31 an hour.
Is that what you're making around, 31?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Times,
Times 4.5, 4.5?
well, plus, well, just right now, to figure out what he's making, like the 71,412. Is that with the overtime in that 71,412? I think it is, because 31
Yeah.
times 40
Yeah, it
hours.
is.
Okay, so that's what the problem, okay.
Well, here it says add in her thing.
No, it says and.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what,
This is why it's confusing. Now it makes sense. I was like, wait, his math isn't adding up to $71,000.
Figure it out, because I'll get shot in the foot on the budget committee.
so that total budget's going up.
There's no budget committee tomorrow.
No, they cancel tomorrow.
Oh.
It'll be next week, codes.
I thought next week was transfer station.
Monday. Well, when we meet on Tuesday, we're gonna go over transfer station.
I took next Wednesday off.
I mean, if we get through it on Tuesday, you could discuss it on Wednesday
Okay.
if the budget committee wants to. Okay. So is everybody on the same page with this?
64,480.
As my phone dies, which isn't gonna help. There you go. So he'll be at 72,800 without the overtime. So add in the 3,500 to that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, and the same, Jen, I can write this out too.
Yep.
So Jen is at 58,011 plus the 2,700 for overtime.
Yeah, land use clerk.
Okay. Sorry, yes, land use clerk.
Are you doing the part-time or no?
So looking at last year's budget, this assistant deputy, so we budgeted for a deputy last year,
Right, we didn't.
but we used 20,000 of it,
Oh,
or unexpended. There's
Is that when you had someone covering? No, because you were here all.
No, that's
assistant
probably
deputy,
Jen. That's Jen.
That's the land use
Yeah.
clerk.
That's Jen. Okay, so we didn't budget it. Do we want to budget for an assistant?
It had been being talked about since before even you guys came in.
How important is that, Rob?
I think it's more important to Jen to get the stuff off her plate that belongs to him.
And they look 15 hours at one section and 20 hours part-time.
So we're thinking of 20 hours a week, 15 hours a
I
week?
think that's what you're saying,
I think
14.
there's two figures,
Yep.
15 or 20 hours.
Do we, I don't have anything for that. Oh. Okay.
Um,
That was last year's.
Are we gonna be able to get somebody to help for $20 or $18 an hour?
No.
I mean, it's as simple as scan a couple of papers, send them out to.
Yeah, but pay is high. It's not. I mean, not high, but it's.
What do you think, fellas? You wanna budget it at 22 and try to hire for 20?
I would. I mean,
It's gonna really blow up the.
Mm-hmm.
but the work is coming in. You know, it's not like it's staying the same. These guys have got more work than. Because you got Rod on the marijuana stuff too.
Which I think is pretty well cleaned up now. It's just.
Yeah, but it still is taking away his time during the week.
And I know Jen has been holding on to stuff that Rod should be doing, but she wants to transfer it over,
Yeah.
so.
So the money comes over from the marijuana fund. If we did this position at 20 hours, at 22, 20 hours at 20's 21,000. If we put a question on there to move 24,000 over
Just marijuana stuff.
of marijuana money.
They would have to specifically work on marijuana.
Right, well, I'd take
No,
that.
because he's working on it. So it could go into the budget.
Well, don't you document what you work on marijuana?
It does, but it doesn't, it still comes out of his budget. The money just comes from a different place, but
Yeah.
it still comes.
So you could not do that and have him work on
No.
overtime.
No, what I'm saying is that move the money from the marijuana fund for codes, like a separate line, where the money wouldn't come out of the tax base. It'd come out of the marijuana
I
fund.
mean, he still doesn't have the time in
I
his
understand.
40 hours.
And that,
Oh, you're saying moving money over.
yes. It's-
So he would still stay on marijuana.
Yeah, but just marijuana would,
Have its
I
own line item,
yeah,
yeah.
marijuana money would come over. I don't know how that would be.
Does it not come out of the marijuana and then put back into your account?
I don't know how that works.
It comes out of marijuana, but it's all one budget.
Doesn't go back into his account.
You can't do it. You can't do it that way.
If someone to hand it.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to them later. All right. I guess I need clarification on whether that's how that works.
Yeah, because we're gonna do this next week, so, with the budget committee.
Right.
Not
Maybe
Because
maybe that's a
I'm
question.
not saying I disagree with it.
I
I
understand.
just
Yeah, I don't know
thought
how
that
it
it
would work
always works that it's reimbursed back into your account from the marijuana money when you document when he works on marijuana.
She
So
does the
it's
payroll out of that.
yeah.
But I think
But I don't think there's a separate line item, so it just goes back into it, like the marijuana.
So I have my
it goes into the
code,
general fund.
and then when I work on the cannabis.
Comes right out of marijuana.
I put it right on the time card that it is cannabis.
Yeah, so it
hours.
comes right out of marijuana. Okay.
So it doesn't come out of your budget.
No.
Oh.
All right. Well, proposal, we can discuss it. If we proposed an assistant at $15 hours for $22 an hour, 15 hours a week, $22 an hour, it'd be $330 a week at $17,160 a year plus taxes.
Plus tax.
Yep. Okay, so
And
let's get
then also that, earn time. So they wouldn't get vacation or anything, but they get that earn time.
Are we? I don't know
that's
if I'm-
in general government,
I
though,
don't
right?
know if I'm in agreement on putting somebody else on unless we can figure out a way to do it.
Or approve me for a little more time than 40 hours.
But then that's overtime, which is probably more expensive.
But it come out of the marijuana side.
No,
When he's on-
only if he's on marijuana.
On marijuana,
but
yeah, you
couldn't-
just have to sublet and just keep him out of on marijuana instead of just the regular.
But it depends on if he has a marijuana, if he has something to work on marijuana.
Right.
Yeah, so it'd be just,
Right,
Yeah,
but if
the
he's,
Yeah,
but if it's regular,
not an every week thing.
right?
Yeah.
No,
But if if it's codes he's working on, not marijuana. It
Like
take-
right now, over the past month, I've had, 2 renewals,
Mm.
and then I got 2 more coming up. So I had the influx, and it'll be down till May or June.
Yeah, it's not that much.
It all
It's
depends
not
on their
that
state
much
license.
marijuana.
All right, let's go down through the rest of this. So travel expenses was at 4,200 last year. It was brought down to 3,500 this year. We are on the budget right now with travel expenses. We've expended, or we have left about 2,300. So we've only expended 1,800. Do you feel comfortable with that same, with less?
I was doing more catch up on the older stuff prior to me.
Okay. if you're comfortable with it.
but I've got all my ducks in a row now, I think I'm pretty well squared away.
Staff development, you want to bring it down to 400? It was 900. I know you're,
You get all your certs now, right?
Yeah, so that was an influx of me getting certification, extra training, stuff like that.
you'll be caught up for this. You won't as many.
There's still a few, continued education and stuff like that, but the influx of them are done, is done.
Okay, because you've used almost your whole budget for this year. Nope, I lied. I read them backwards and I apologize.
Yeah.
You still have almost your whole budget for this year.
Yeah, the trainings are usually, free or $50.
Right. Next one, staff planning board. It was at 400. You want to bring it down to 200? Yeah, none of it's been expended this year.
Same deal.
Okay,
They do have training, both of them are free or aren't very expensive.
nice. Appeals board, stay the same, $1,000. Board, we are in agreement. Yeah.
Mhm.
Conservation Commission, 150. Did we reach out? Did Jen reach out to conservation? Do you know?
Yeah, these are the numbers Jen did.
Okay, I just didn't know if she reached out.
To John.
She did. Okay,
I don't know.
we'll
Do you
ask.
know if she reached out to John?
Yeah, she reached out to.
Supplies, office supplies, cutting it back $100 to 500. Which we still have 450 in the account to date. Business cards, so 85 business cards. Books has significantly gone out, and I think that's because she had to get all the new code books for last year. So that's why that was cut down, because we know we have all the books. So it was 1,100 and it's down to 400.
Probably hasn't shown it come out yet because they just adopted it.
Yeah, right.
They order them all right.
Yeah.
What do they do? 2023?
2020.
21.
You had to order them, or you already got them?
No, we had to order. We were waiting for Maine just adopted it. Takes effect April 1st.
Conservation Commission, 1,800, staying the same as last year. They still have almost their whole budget still, but I know that they do a lot for Earth Day, which is in April, and
I think they clean up the trails in the spring too.
yeah, they're doing some. And then planning board, $100, which is the same. Phone was cut. Well, technically two things happened. So the phone per month went down, but there is a cost per month for the iPad that has gone up. And it's $45 a month for the iPad. Outside services consulting, we're opting to put 400. I think that's 200 of it for Southern Maine planning. I'm gonna guess that's the Southern Maine. Yep. Dues and subscriptions. Dues went up, so they were $22.85 last year. They're gonna go up to $23.55 this year. Southern Maine Development Planning Commission or something. And advertising, public hearing, staying the same at 3,000.
We should cut that to 2,000.
We should cut that.
We've only used $427.
And the applicant pays the fees.
Yep.
Okay.
You're gonna cut that to 1,000
Yeah.
instead of 3.
July 1st to calculate overtime. Oh, that's how she calculated. She did. It is written out here. They've broken down the average of overtime usually throughout the year. And wow, 58 occupancy permits.
Yeah.
Okay, and is there any other questions?
So it looks like
My
it-
phone's probably gonna die, but we can get a total here.
So it looks like we cut off 4,900.
They went up like 51 probably. With the money, plus the wages went up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, how can I even total the out of it?
Yeah, D plus now, so yeah.
Give you a D plus instead of yeah.
Chuck, aren't you like super fast with math? How come you're not having this up?
Yeah,
I gotta have it written down.
You can't read.
Yeah, how come you're not competing against my calculator here? We are at grand total. This is without an assistant at 151,721. That's-
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
I know. I told you.
Did you do the wages?
Yeah.
Should we move something out of the? Oh, did you do payroll taxes?
Nope.
That's 9,925, and it's gonna go up probably another
Yeah.
1,000. So
10,250.
All right. One
61.
162,646.
she's 8,034
And then
more.
if we add an assistant, it's at
That's 8,000.
179,806.
It's with everything.
Rick, are you gonna rewrite this and type it up for budget?
Yeah, I'll have Jen do it.
Oh,
Oops.
from that?
She already
Wait,
has it, so
she has enough to do.
She's got it.
It might be in my share.
But we're not budgeting a new person.
I don't think we should.
No. So we,
Well, the option is there. I think it should be on there to be discussed. If it is, Jen has explicitly sent to me that she has a lot.
Yep.
Well, I have told her that, because we had a conversation the other day that she's been holding off on giving him some of the stuff that he should have. And she
Okay.
was ready to pass that on to him. And he's happy to take it, actually.
So the
So,
new total's how much?
with 162,
646.
that's correct.
Started.
Summer, right? Okay, we have chief here, so let's go into, if the board is okay, do some department head briefing. I know chief had some stuff he wanted to. Yes, thank you very much for being
Rod,
here.
for everything. I appreciate it. Bud.
Sorry for the difficulty, Rod.
What do you think, you left without him?
He can ride. Huh? Yoki drives better than he does.
Chief, you're up. What do you got?
Had a fire this morning. Thankfully, the duty crew was quick to act and were available. We were able to keep the fire to the area of origin and keep it to the initial arriving companies on scene from us in Rochester. So I'd like to thank them and commend them on a job well done. Other than that, A1's back in service. A2 is back in reserve. They attribute to the issues with the DEF system that we're having is conditional with the weather. So they checked out, so that's good. The crews are slightly concerned with the condition of A2 and the driving and the front end of it. I'd like to maybe get that sent in for service, have it looked at, because I said it feels kind of loose. Anything steering component wise is a concern to me.
Was it inspected recently?
It was inspected last year. I forget when the specific date was. I want to say it might have been either May or June. It's coming due again.
You're doing a 1 year inspection or a 6 month?
We do 1 year. Every year they go in for PM and it's annual inspection. With that said, I've emailed you guys about the possibility of looking into a used ambulance to get us through, given the condition of A2, and A1's getting high on mileage. It's already at 87, 88,000. And there's very, very few available ambulances used that are in a good marketable price in a condition that would fit our needs. We did find one, but it had since sold. So I did find another. The cost right now is $30,000. It's a 2016 Ford F450, Type 1 4x4 with 108,000 miles roughly. They are going to sell the power load system and the stretcher with it.
How much is it?
30,
But with that, it would be about 34. right?
34 with the stretcher and the power load system. The power load system alone is a $60,000 piece.
Is that something that you can move into something in the future? Or is
Yes.
It does. Okay.
It could be repurposed if we decided to do that. But that would give us, in the event we lose one, it would give us still a backup.
Mhm.
Because we did have an issue 2 years ago. We had that really bad cold snap where both A1 and A2 both went out of service the same night when it was like sub-zero weather.
Right.
And we had to borrow North Berwick's ambulance. So to avoid that and keep a second ambulance in service in the event we lose one,
What year is this thing?
2016.
Does it have idle hours? Does that keep track of
It's
that?
got idle hours. They're actually they're chasing down a low power issue. This is what I want to get into. There's a low power issue. It had an issue with the turbo. They fixed it, and then as a result, they replaced 2 of the knock sensors in it. And then since they did that, it's been having this intermittent low power limp mode that it'll go into. It'll clear itself out. I went down and looked at it. Everything about it is solid. It would definitely fit our needs, but the low power mode issue is concerning. I did speak with their chief today, and they are going to send it to McFarland in Rochester to have them do a pre-inspection, go through the truck, see what it needs, see if they can diagnose and solve. Because while I was down there, we took it for a ride. It went into the limp mode. The check engine light came on, and they hadn't been able to reproduce that. So if they can get it up there and it does it again, they can at least scan it for the code to find out what it is. But the thing is, there are so few and far between ambulances that are within that price range that fit our needs with that type of mileage that I can find out
What's
there.
in the CIP?
87 and change.
Did the money ever go for the 10,000 for the truck from that grant ever go back into the CIP?
No, we never took it. We used that money to purchase engine 2. We shifted the use for the grant with the approval of the grantee, the grantor, to use for other equipment. So we took the engine 2 cost came out of CIP last year. So we're back up to 87 and change in the CIP right now.
How much is a new ambulance?
Right now,
450.
huh?
450.
No, like
More than
700, right?
All right.
Yeah, probably 5.5 with everything that we need. And we're looking at, I'm getting quotes right now for a new one. We're looking into a gas motor versus diesel because of the, let's face it, we don't use a diesel motor to long distances. It's more wear and tear than anything. It's more costly to maintain and keep up than it's worth. So everybody, it seems like a lot of people are going back to gasoline.
You're getting rid of the diff.
So there could be some stock units coming down the pipe pretty soon. We got word there's a 2-year delivery date right now. If we can get one in gas, it's a possibility. But I just think to bridge this gap, where if we go down an ambulance, we have one left, it kind of leaves us hanging if we have multiple calls at once with one ambulance. And I know it's you can keep planning, but I'd hate to see us lose an ambulance and lose another one, or something else happen.
You'd put A2 in
in reserve
Reserve.
and
Do
Station
you
2.
have space for all the? That was
We could fit it. We could put A2 down in Station 2,
Without heat.
meaning stripping it for now. So take everything out of it, put all that stuff in a new spare, and then if one goes down, we just switch stuff over.
Is it that quick that you can?
It would take a little bit to do it, but it's doable. Until we can get to the point where we can budget enough to.
We're on the backside of the weather now, too.
So A2, what's the year in A2?
2010.
What's the mileage on that one?
I don't know.
No,
Too much?
Yeah, it's like
2010.
one teens, 120s. I'd have to look at it. I don't remember the exact odometer. But it's in rough condition compared to even the.
It's not four-wheel drive either.
No, it's a 2010 Chevy Express van.
So you're not asking for anything tonight. Just you're
Um,
gonna update us next week. And
I'll know more tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'm looking for a direction from the board on pursuing this.
When they do your printout on that, have them print out
I
on
want
the
to know
computer.
everything, compression.
Yeah, but they'll
everything.
print out on the computer how many times that's gone into limp mode. That will
I got
come
it.
out of the computer.
I got it right here too, but I'll get it. The thing is, when they run the code and they diagnose it, there's been no evidence of it, according to the logs from Ford when they've done the service tickets.
Oh, there's been no loss of this.
Yeah, I've got all the service. You guys, I've given you all those. All the service history of that truck is in there.
Yeah, because that just happened with the NOx sensor change.
It happened after the NOx sensor
Did
changed.
Ford do that? Ford did it because you have to buy the program from Ford for them to do it.
Yep.
The garage, they went to the Ford garage,
Yeah.
not
It went down to McFarland down in Exeter.
for that one.
That's where all that service work
So
was
is
done.
it in Rochester right now?
No, it'll be in Rochester in the morning at 9 o'clock.
All right. How-
What town's it from?
Hampton. It's a reserve piece right now. They still use it, but it's in reserve. And what they do is if it goes into limp mode, they'll pull over, shut the truck off, restart it, and it clears itself out.
I mean,
Electrical.
And it ran fine yesterday. We took it down, did 55. It was fine.
but then did you say it went?
It went to limp mode before that, twice.
It just means lack of power.
Yeah, it reduces power. I'm guessing it's something to do with the NOx sensor because if you look at the history,
This is all of them. Like the
it's all the emissions.
2014,
Yeah.
yeah, 2014 up. You're not gonna be able to get another piece that's not gonna do it. They're all gonna do it.
So do you think it's something that can be fixed?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
it can be fixed, but it's
That's
just,
just my concern.
I guess,
yeah, no, they'll
I'm
find
gonna
it.
find it.
do we look for a ceiling, what we're going to offer versus what we're going to?
We don't wanna say that on camera. Just
I know.
Want to get it
I'll
cheap.
email you that.
I know what you're saying.
I just need some guidance if we're going to do this and pursue it.
Because this will come out of your CIP fund. So this is nothing to do with.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that
No,
everybody
no,
else.
I'm in support, obviously,
Right, Chuck?
depending
You
on
in
the
support?
outcome of
I
the,
don't know.
Yeah.
right? You don't want to buy this and then find out we're going to spend 30
We're going
grand
to get a
fixing
pretty good
something that's
report
limp.
card. Because Ford had requested to keep the unit for a day or two.
Yeah.
To go through it. And Hampton's on board with it. So,
They will keep it in at least another week for us though, like.
oh yeah, they're sending it to Rochester Ford tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we can get a report card of the vehicle and see what the condition is and what needs to be fixed. I mean, judging from the maintenance records I have, they've done new brakes, new tires, they've done all kinds of stuff to it. They've kept up on the maintenance.
Yeah.
It's just finding this little glitch in the system and what's causing
Well, Rochester Ford is McFarland.
Yeah.
They bought out Grand.
Does a new ambulance come with this? The extra 4,000, what was that power?
power load.
Does a new ambulance come with that or we would have to buy another one?
Be a
Yes.
lot extra.
Okay, so we can then,
Yeah.
so that in
Is
itself,
that the striker one?
It's the same thing we have in A1.
okay.
It's a back saver, I'll tell you.
No, I
Well,
hear you.
safety.
I just
too,
didn't
if
know.
you got somebody that's bariatric or something, trying to.
That and the angles we load them in at. I mean, it's just, I
I'm
think
just
it's.
worried we'll have three problems.
Mhm.
Just worried we'll have three problems, but if we have to wait 2 years, there's no stock unit ambulance out there?
There's stock units coming down, but they're months out. And we'd have to have the money up front. Obviously, you can do a lease purchase, but that's got to go on an article, on a warrant article, right?
Yeah.
We do need a new ambulance. That's 80% of what we do. And the roads here aren't easy, so. Roads anywhere aren't really easy on those things.
Oh, you gonna give me some road money?
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. There was frozen pipes this week. Thank you, Rick,
Yeah.
and Joe for handling that at the fire station.
That project's coming along nice. It's giving us some room in there to move. All the apparatus is able to be
Did you
stored.
see the floor on there?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
The 8-inch settling.
yeah.
Yeah.
You look at a picture. Yeah, it's crazy how much that floor is
That's
settling
part
in
of
certain
that other
parts.
problem that was on the other side
Yeah.
that we're gonna
It
address.
just makes you wonder what's under it, or what
It's-
isn't.
No, it's okay. I mean, because what caused that was that drain when I looked at it 5 years ago.
Washed out. Broke
Yeah,
down.
Washed out
Probably.
and broke it.
Yeah.
We'll know as soon as we hammer that floor up.
Yeah.
You're just gonna see.
Are
what
we
it is.
filling that drain in?
I would almost say no.
Or do we use it and put it somewhere where it can go? And
You're not gonna be able to put it anywhere it can
we
go.
know where that water can, it just sits in there. We gotta squeegee it out.
Right, you're gonna have to suck it out
It's a mess.
with a,
And right now, I'll
With a
tell you,
pump.
fighting fires in the wintertime with nowhere to actually wash the hose and drain it and dry it, stinks.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
there's no way to, I don't wanna put it back into the same situation that it was in, where it caused the problem. So there's no way to,
You have to have
Drain.
oil water separator and all that stuff in there.
yeah, but it's still,
DEP standard and all that because of the waste.
yeah, but like I said, right now it's called an evaporated drain. Where it's been sealed, it's an evaporated drain. It holds the water. This is kind of catch-22. You can actually sump pump that out and run it right down the driveway by law, legally. It's just how it is.
Really?
Because it's like washing you. It's like today you were out there washing all the vehicles. Me and my wife and you guys are out there washing the vehicles, and it's basically the same thing. It's running right down the hot top. That's legal. You know what I mean? So it's basically pumping it out of that drain because it's not significant drain. You're moving away mechanically, and that's legal.
Back to the ambulance thing. Do I need a motion from the board for the vote to proceed with this?
You would need a motion for purchase, right? He doesn't need us to give him a motion to investigate it
Well,
further.
no.
You would need a motion if you wanted to.
Take the money out of
Purchase
the
it.
CIP.
Because I don't want to put a dollar figure out there not knowing what this thing needs.
Right.
And then
Because even if we give you kind of, I don't know what to
the
give.
ballpark, yeah, I just,
But this thing could be from any, like I told you today, $5,000.
could be 500, could be $5,000, could be more, right? You don't know until you dig into it.
Mine was $5,000. I got the same truck.
They just did the whole system though.
Diff system.
Could just be the heater in the deck.
They've already changed it. And
They changed it.
I've changed the heater in
That
my
was
diff.
A while ago they changed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that
That's
they
short,
changed
That's
it.
why it's in
Yeah.
the.
Right,
It's
yeah.
just short going to it on top.
Yeah, that's the same thing what happened to mine. They
So
changed the heater, but they went into the whole thing after because they did it again a month later.
So if it's $34,000 right now, and if it only needs $5,000, would it make sense to give Joe a motion tonight to pursue it for no more than 40?
I want to wait myself until I hear more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
see
see
what
what's
McFarland's Fallon's got to say
Okay.
because they
I
can
feel
find more.
comfortable waiting to get a good solid number before we
Okay.
zero in on something. So.
What year again is it? 2000?
60.
16.
With 108,000 miles.
But you can't go
Ford?
by miles.
Yep.
E400.
What
No, that's not
generation
an E400. That's an F400.
It's an F450.
Oh, I mean 450. So it's not a car.
So I can pull a picture if you want to see it.
What engine is it, Jim?
That's the 6.7 liter power stroke.
Do those, I'm all about this $60,000. Do those things expire and you gotta replace them after a certain amount of years?
What?
Those power lift things?
No.
They don't? It's not like a car seat, you gotta get a new one every?
Must have to have it certified, right?
Oh, that's probably, yeah. Okay.
For that kind of money, they should be forever.
You
Stretch
think?
alone was 26 grand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we found the refurb, the demo.
All right, well, yeah, they're
What?
willing to keep it at least till next week and we can, if everything pans out.
We found a picture for you. you get pictures, Rick?
Yeah, Rick's got one here.
Okay.
Nice of him.
It's the same as A1.
Actually, the setup inside is actually a bit nicer.
We did separate them.
And it's got the hydraulic O2 bottle, the main O2 bottle lift on the side of the truck.
When they take their lettering off?
Yeah.
They edited it for the picture.
Oh.
Still got lettering on it.
Alright.
New tires, new brakes.
Oh,
How
have
much?
have we done anything on how we're gonna auction off the 2 engines? Or maybe we need to talk to that later, just while we're here.
Joe was gonna write up the things about them.
He did.
I did. I sent them out already.
Draw from a tree.
I don't think they need what we have to offer. Unless you're looking for a paperweight.
So we're good to put them out then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got an email on it, we just have to decide. You said something, Chuck, about you gonna be the auctioneer. You're good with money when you know what we can get.
So doing the bid process?
Whatever you guys want to do, I sent it to you.
That's what we kinda,
We're gonna put it on a different, we're gonna do it through the town website or a different site, right?
Maybe just a bunch of them.
You can put it anywhere if you want.
Yeah, I think we should find someplace to put it besides the town
We
website,
got to make sure that you specifically note, depending on which.
not for fire use.
Yeah.
well, he had that in his scope, you know. Look at your
The
email.
town.
If he emails it to me, I can post it.
I think I did attach you.
Did we only
The
put the
pictures.
last ones just on the town?
I believe so. No, there
I
was a
remember
time
looking
we
at
put
some
them in the
auction
Waterboro, the reporter.
Okay.
And
I'm
then
gonna find some places to post.
Harrison usually posts it on his.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it Rochester Voice? Not really Rochester Voice.
Anything else there, Chief?
That's all I got right now.
Thank you.
Thank you. You all right?
I know, and
Don't
going
be
over
rubbing
your
one side of your chest.
He's powering through.
He's force feeding you aspirin in a minute. Keep it up.
and going over your budget, Joe. We're about 33. We got about 19 weeks left, I think.
Yep.
And you're doing pretty well,
Pretty close.
right?
We're at about 14 a week left.
No.
No, what you got?
My average right now is like 10.3 and change left. So I'm really watching it close.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
We've expended 69%. Okay.
Wiggle room. Propane's killing me. The latest bills.
Oh,
I got information for you that you're gonna have to
You know,
get.
your vehicle. It's your
Then I gotta-
vehicle
I gotta
maintenance
get-
is
Somebody.
Oh yeah, that vehicle maintenance is what it is.
Okay.
is brutal.
so,
Propane's
yeah, did you get
I
through
got
Fielding?
touched,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, we're looking at changing. And it's not, I don't know about price, but it was more the availability, I think.
they've been watching us close.
Have they? Okay, I just know that they have,
No,
they sold out, I'm not gonna say who it is, they sold out, and it was just a concern that a few people I know, they've been behind.
They were watching us. They
Probably 'cause
stopped
they're
at delivery. They're like,
municipality.
you guys are getting close. It's like okay.
Yep.
It's just
All right.
What, you wanna go home?
Oh, this is.
All right. Are you all set, Joe? Yeah.
Low in the morning.
Thank you,
Let's
sir.
go.
Thank you for all you do.
Well, if you show up, we get something done.
Do you want a brief? Do you have a brief about your department?
Well,
Oh,
Leslie and I have worked on some things, but she still wants to go over some stuff, so.
Okay. I
So we're
did.
not there yet.
She did. Oh, I'll talk to Leslie. I'll bring it up. We did mention she got some prices on a payroll, some
Yes.
payroll services, and they've come down a lot. Back 2 years ago, I looked into them when I was on the board, and they're over half less, or they're half as much as they were going with different companies. And she's really
you, Joe.
was advocating. Bye, Joe.
Yeah.
Was really advocating for some sort of payroll. She spends a lot of time with the fire department.
yeah, but she's talking more on,
Time gap.
time
Yes,
gathering,
that's what I
not
meant.
payroll.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We do have a payroll system in place. It is a time gathering software.
We have numbers and the thumbprint.
You a thumbprint one?
Yeah. So we will have information. She gave me some. So are you going to have the information on that?
Yeah,
she'll
probably come as well.
Okay. Awesome.
But then you want a person too, right? Was it?
She wants the temporary person to, because that temporary
She wants
person
somebody
is
who's
because we haven't hired, so there's already been budgeted for,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she wants to move her into that.
Okay.
We gotta look into putting. I don't know. Can we just do this now instead of in the stuff?
What?
We need. I'm not gonna call it a janitor. We got with safety work stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a lot with safety work, so we got to come up with something.
Something for what?
Meaning, we're gonna have to start having with all the safety work stuff that we got to do to implement where people are going. So basically, cut it short. They go out that back door. We got to start plowing a pathway to that monument because that's where they're gonna be. Me.
I have talked to him about that.
To
Hi.
Scotty.
Yes.
Okay, is he planning on doing that?
Yes.
Okay, because if we can get somebody to work with these people in the town hall, basically like a janitor,
Christine
fixer.
wanted us to hire a maintenance person.
Maintenance, yeah,
To do,
mowing out here in the lawn, and
Mowing
we
and
can
stuff.
save money that way here at this situation. Them cleaning up here, because there's a lot of stuff that has to get done here. That the highway they try, but during the day they're out plowing. You know, it's snowing out here during the day, and you still got customers coming in.
I don't disagree with it, but before we can even put it, we need a whole job description in place.
Yeah, well, this
Okay,
is something
so-
that we need to look forward to because Chuck's not going to come in and shovel the sidewalk.
He's not?
Nope, I do.
Paul used to.
No, I believe that.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul used
But I mean,
to.
it's just
But Robbie
so-
will sand and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but it's just somebody else that that we can put maybe save some money down the line as on other stuff that they can do and still gain a little bit more with that person. That's all.
So do you wanna take a roll and look into
Well,
the job
Christine, I
description,
think Christine was looking into it, right?
Really, Leslie should be the one that looks at the job descriptions.
Yeah, but just get an idea that what they're gonna have to do. I mean,
Talking about an employee coming in
Yeah,
whenever it
they're talking
snows.
about.
no, having a
Full-time employee?
That's what they were saying. That's what Christine was saying.
But you can use them for anything, not just the town
Do we
hall.
still have somebody that comes in and cleans?
Yeah,
Yes.
again, that too, and you're spending, huh?
During planning board.
Yeah, no, they do. We got to try to
That
change
isn't their
it.
fault, though. That's, the problem is
Well,
that the
if
meetings
anything,
keep
we should look at an
switching
extra
and
person for
all over
roads,
the
or
place.
the transfer station.
We're gonna talk about
down
that.
here.
It's-
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Or try to correspond him that they can do something else.
Yeah, like work at the transfer station, come down here.
Yeah, if there's something needs to be fixed here. They all around the whole project. Not just the town hall. There's something to look at. A
How do
person.
you,
I would say another transfer station employee and put in the job description, something down here, certain days a week or certain.
I was gonna say we hire somebody to do the town mowing instead of putting it out to bid, and they could be town mowing, janitorial, and maintenance.
You'd save our money on the cemetery alone.
There's ways to do
Okay.
it and gain a person.
It's something that we should definitely talk about.
Nice.
It's been brought up, but never really progressed anywhere. We don't have any agenda items.
Yes.
Not to say anything, but
I'm sorry. What is this?
how about the other one?
Oh, they don't have to be here for this.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was just gonna say. Moving around.
We don't really have to do a public hearing for it. It's just-
She
it's
signed
just-
off. His email's on the very back,
Okay.
and then Robbie signed off.
He did, okay. We do have here a application for a mass gathering permit. It's the Vermonster 4x4 at 278 Highway. The date of the event is February 22nd. There's 800 to 1,000 people. The Snowbogs, otherwise known as the Snowbog. Get his signature. In the past, this kind of came up. In the past, we had done a public hearing, I believe, for this. But then the previous board, we decided in looking through the ordinance for mass gathering, it does not say that they are required require a public hearing. So that is why instead it is just a sign off.
Just one signature?
Nope, all of us. Doesn't have a date. Oh, 210. Thank you. Never mind. That's right, it's up here.
What's this?
The 11th. Well, thank you. And there's, before we leave, there is a lot to sign.
I have a bunch of this for you to sign too.
Okay. We'll do public participation. Members of the public. Ms. Bragg. I'm just kidding. All right, we'll go over paperwork then.
Do you want to public participation now or are you doing paperwork?
You were doing public participation. You are welcome to the board, sir. Nope.
So I've got a couple things I want to follow up on from when I was here last time. I was pleased at budget to see that the budgets being brought to the budget committee are approved by the select board. I haven't heard anything regarding the situation I brought up. So I guess the first question I have is for Shelley, and that is, you seem to have changed your methodology because you're bringing approved budgets to the budget committee now instead of unilaterally bringing budgets. Is it your intention to continue with that with the fire, or are you going to keep presenting your own budget instead of the select board's budget for fire?
Are you finished? Because I'd like to respond at the end. And
Well, I've got
I
other
like-
things,
I
but it
just-
depends on how you.
I don't
answer it.
want to do this back and forth thing. This is your time. So I'm going to give you your time to speak and then I can respond at the end.
All right, well, I guess I'm gonna have to assume that the answer is that you're not gonna proceed because it's a conditional moving forward. So I've started collecting signatures on a citizen's petition to fund the fire department at $955,000. The purpose of that is to ensure that there is a warrant article on the ballot in case just the budget process continues to fail. So I wanted you all to be aware of that. So far, it's been very positively received, so I don't anticipate any problems getting the signatures for that. That's
How much was it?
955,000. The way I got that is I took the current budget amount, I added 5% for last year since they were flat funded last year, and 5%, just shy of 5% for this year. I think it came out to like 9.6, 9.8%. Or excuse me, 4.6, 4.8% for each year. So 955,000. Part of the rationale for that is even if that gets on the ballot and doesn't pass, it allows if your budget fails, you're flat funded to continue. So it ensures that the fire department has an operating budget next year. So other than that, I was just, I hope I don't have to file a lawsuit, but like I said last time, if you're going to continue down this road, I really have a choice.
Mr. Dupree, you have the right to do whatever you feel is necessary.
Yep. I realize that.
As do I.
Yep.
So carry on with whatever you feel is correct.
Are you gonna-
I am running the board as the chairman in the meetings as best as I know.
My question
I
was,
brought numbers. We're not going back and forth. You said you were finished. I brought numbers to the budget committee that was discussed during board meetings. To my understanding, there was nothing ethically done wrong. If you can find it otherwise, you have every right to go forward with whatever you choose is correct.
so just for
Again,
clarification.
we are not going back and forth. Thank you.
If you're not gonna clarify, I'll run with it. You can expect papers within the next week.
Anyone else? Thank you, Mr. Dupree. All right. We have a bunch of paperwork. Meeting minutes, I make a motion to accept the minutes for January 27th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor? Mr. We have a training and development class request. For advanced general assistance. Thank you, Ms. Lynn, for doing that. Request for time off. Another request for time off.
Have some time off.
I don't think we should be signing hers.
Hey. Oh, I was like,
Whole week?
Hmm.
Come on now. Get ridiculous.
well, you plan ahead.
Well, I grant the time back.
That's
but they
smart.
moved away.
Cindy Wynn in the county of York in the state of Maine, there being a vacancy in the position of Register of Voters. The selectmen of the town of Lebanon, in accordance with the provisions of the law in the state of Maine, do hereby appoint you as a Register of voters within and for the town of Lebanon. Such appointment to be effective until December 31st, 2026, given under our hand this 11th day of February 2025.
That is from us.
Fire protection service agreement, fire extinguishers,
Oh,
emergency
yeah.
lighting.
I wanted to talk about that.
Okay.
That's the Syntec one?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that is to be in compliant with Safety Works, to do fire extinguisher training that everybody has to have under one of our write-ups from
Okay.
Safety Works, which it is expensive, but
Yeah.
that's a certified person.
But there's it's only a one-time fee and then an annual.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It's a $1,500 for the one-time
It's
fee.
yeah, it's a training seminar.
Right, and they're gonna
1,500.
train 15 people, roughly 15 people, because we got to do the fire department. Not the fire department. We got to do transfer station, roads, town hall.
And us. Mhm.
How do we make sure people show up to this?
They got to sign off,
Okay.
and if they don't sign it, they got to have the training. It's like we're doing with the skid steer training and the loader
Okay.
training and everything. It's a sign, like when you go to
They can't
MMA.
use a fire extinguisher unless they sign off on
Correct.
Right?
it? Okay.
Yeah. That's.
No, but it's
Well, I'm
part.
just
Of,
saying.
it's part of our
If we're
program.
gonna, if we're gonna pay $1,500 for training, I just want to make sure as many people
Well,
can get
just-
trained as
Yeah.
possible.
Well, no. Well, I think it's 15 people.
15 to 20. It says 15 to 20 people.
Yeah, but I think that's what we have is 15 people that need the training. So it's
Just-
not just like one.
Does this need all of our signatures?
Maybe just a motion to accept it.
Okay. We gotta add this up. Do you?
I don't have a cap.
Because that's not
Use
even
your
that's
brain.
not even the new fire extinguishers.
Not my brain.
Because
My,
Lynn,
my laptop.
that's not even the
Okay.
new fire extinguishers that we need that we talked about in safety.
I wasn't, no,
Yeah, but I think we need a total of 8
I think
new
we
bottles
have one.
to be in compliant between all 3 facilities.
So they're gonna tell us what we.
How much more that's going to be.
That's not part of
And
it.
there's an action, there's a reaction.
How much of this do I say out loud?
Let's see. I would.
It's already motioned, right, on that date?
The select board agreed to this arrangement. Yes. Why is she?
I don't know.
Oh, I think she just needs you to sign this.
Yeah, there is signatures, but I guess,
She just.
is it to release the check?
Pay, yeah. So to agree to allow them to pay this, and they would be, yeah, this is to allow them to pay it. She just gave you the backstory. Okay.
Mm-hmm. $1,715.58.
Oh. Agrees to allow them, allowing somebody to pay with a cashier's check or cash,
Yeah,
past due taxes.
right.
Okay.
I'll make a motion for the chairman to sign a fire protection services agreement and fire extinguisher training seminar from Cintas for a total of $1,715.58.
Second.
All in favor?
That means you have to show up for the program.
Okay, that's fine.
No serious.
I would, absolutely. I've never been trained with a
You should,
fire extinguisher.
all of you.
He can't put out his own.
Okay. Junkyard permit. Paid in full. Only Jeep parts on Creamery Hill Road. Okay, so this is the cleaning company that we use.
They'll keep the same as this year.
Okay. And we're happy?
We're happy.
Okay.
They keep getting moved around though because of the meetings.
Do you think they will want to shovel?
No. And you can't even find kids to do that anymore.
So they have to be insured.
Yeah, this is the one that we signed into
The,
2023, 11/30/2023.
the,
The reliable cleaners.
so they stayed the same. And we asked the mowers if they would carry over the current contract.
Yeah.
And they had some increases, which are pretty significant. So
Yeah.
I would say
Gotta put it
forget
out.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna put that back out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, but that was really expensive.
Okay.
So we can't do, actually, we probably should hold off. What we should do on that budget? That's cemeteries, right?
This is
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, this is,
It's the town, the cemeteries,
have-
and the.
yeah, I have the,
So what do we
The
look
bid
at
that
for the
we-
budget on that,
that's
because that's already going
Have to go
in.
up a little bit on
you
it.
just gonna,
That's what I mean, we wanna do it before they accept it, before we get the number then,
We're gonna
for the
have to.
budget committee.
Gonna have to. Because it's gonna be a while. before
I
it
don't
comes back
know.
from them.
Should I motion that? To renew their contract?
I don't,
I don't think you need to.
Is that the cleaning?
Okay.
yeah, they stay the same.
Get that in person cleaning.
Yeah.
Every Friday. It's cheaper for you to do it,
Yeah, I
Is
can
that
do
it for
Friday
paperwork?
$14.
Remember how that worked out the last time?
I will send you a message with the motions that I did and the times to which I did them. Yeah, 7:40 and 7:41. Individual selectmen issues, you
So
can,
you're done?
yes, you can, you absolutely can go. Thank you for being here
You're
today.
right.
I will take minutes.
Oh,
Oh, you have a
Yeah.
bid.
quote for the transfer station.
Okay. We're doing this?
Might as well write that down.
Is that the only one we got?
This is for the holes?
They're at home. That's another one on the safety issue.
Okay, Town of Lebanon, Maine, transfer station driveway sinkhole repair quote. Zach Davis. Cut existing hot top approximately 50 feet by 5 feet along edge of the transfer station, each side totaling 100 feet of hot top, and remove hot top. Dispose of existing hot top. Remove existing soil and as necessary, and evaluate cause of erosion in sinkholes and hot top. Bring 1.5 crushed gravel and regrade area and compact soil, haul and hot top from the Bronx Industries, approximately 11 ton, and repave. Total material and labor, $7,500. Project to be completed on a Thursday and Friday.
How many tons?
11.
Tons
That's what it says.
of hot top?
Says, yeah, haul and
22,000 pounds of hot top?
replace to be
That
a
little square?
It's not that little square.
3 to 4 inches thick,
We're doing the whole,
compact and roll.
each side 50 feet long, that's the whole building.
When are they going to be able to get to this?
Hot
Can-
top's still running.
Really?
Yep.
With how cold it is?
Huh?
With how cold it is?
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, not this morning, but yeah, it's coming out of Tewksbury.
So we can get this done? Is it?
Yeah.
I know it has to get done. I'm just wondering if they do it in this weather, if it's going to hold up. That's not a
Yeah.
concern? Okay.
Well, as long, I mean, this is gonna be completed by the 27th. We only got an
Unless we do
extension.
extension. We could do. it's
We already
possible.
did one extension, so
And
I,
27th of this month?
Yes,
February?
yeah.
Of our
Everything that
safety
they gave
work.
us, they were supposed to keep on. You can ask for another extension. I
If-
don't know how successful that would be.
I mean, that, my phone's that only gives us,
2 weeks.
that's next week.
Yeah.
the week
2 weeks.
after.
Okay.
I think the way that we've been really working at the safety works with everything that we've been really complying a lot. I think if we get a contract, I think we
I
can
think so,
talk to
too.
the gentleman,
Show action moving.
show action, and that would try to comply with it, because we still have to do
But he
to
did.
get out of the building on and shooter
He
and the
did,
shooter stuff.
he did tell me that, cause I told him that they were taking we missed we were gonna miss the last one, and they said they were taking those classes online. He said, you still have to ask for an extension.
Yeah, right. You still got to file for it, right? I mean, we'll still file for it, but they could deny it.
Right.
Where were we gonna take this out of?
That would have to come out of the transfer station's budget.
Okay, for,
Because Scotty actually complied with the salt shed
He did all that, yeah.
with his electrical.
Yeah.
I guess I saw that come through the other day. That was another safety works
Yeah.
violation, and that come out of his budget
I mean, does it come out of outside services?
Yep.
Okay.
on the transfer.
Because it technically should come out of repair and maintenance, right?
Yeah. No, I just
But
looked
do
up
they
and saw
have a
that.
budget?
Yeah, it should come out of repair. They don't, but if it would come out of the appropriate line.
Well, they have 2,000 in repair and maintenance.
So I think we take it out of the lot.
Yeah, it'll go negative, but we have to do it.
This needs to get done.
That seems like a good price.
Half.
What?
That's half of the other price.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion to allow Zach Davis the job of repairing the transfer station driveway sinkhole for $7,500 to come out of
Building
Transfer.
repair and maintenance.
transfer station building property
Both of them.
maintenance.
Both of them. Do half and half.
Well, it's not the building, it's just
Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
out of the,
building all the buildings.
out of repair and
Are they
maintenance.
fixing anything inside?
No, we didn't have any violations inside, other than the fire extinguisher.
Right.
We need a PO for it.
Will you write a PO for me? Okay. Is there any-
Seconded.
Oh, sorry, all in favor? Okay. Does that cover
That's probably, yeah, that's all my stuff.
that's your stuff? Okay. Individual selectmen issues,
How much was it?
75.
7,500. Even?
Yes.
Good night.
Bye. Drive safe. Thank you.
Nightly.
I need to sign
I don't have any.
No.
No, it's not appeal.
Oh, this is my
Yep,
stuff.
sorry.
Hey, Len. Do you want us to sign the PO and you can fill it out?
We probably shouldn't sign it. Fine.
Just fill it out real quick. Go ahead.
Lynn, I can leave it. You don't have to do it. I'll leave it in your box. I just don't want to wait. And
No,
have it.
no,
So I will fill this out. And
Well,
then,
even if you say money in the top, the name.
Just in case anyone wants to get a copy of it, that way we pair it.
Zach Davis.
Davis Construction, right?
I just said Zach. He didn't write construction.
Okay.
Description. There you go. All right. Review minutes, check. Paperwork, check. Only individual selectmen issues.
Mm.
Almost. I did mine all the way through the program.
You did, thank you. Well, I do have a couple. Meeting times, we kind of, we've been flip-flopping. Is it gonna work if we could just stick to a Tuesday?
I think we
Does that
have to
work for
stick
you?
to Tuesdays.
Can't guarantee to be here till 6:30 because
That we can do.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah. Because
I just-
Mondays we'd have to meet. We'd be flip flopping. I think the only
Yeah,
it's
and
the
I
first of
don't
the
wanna
month.
do that. They're gonna put on more meetings because they're busy, so I'd just rather stick to Tuesdays. And then if there happens to be a appeals meeting, then we'll skip that week.
Well, that's the first week of the month, and they need it
Yeah.
They need it March 4th
Okay.
that week, so we can't meet Monday and
Might have-
Tuesday.
Well, okay. We'll figure that out.
Or maybe we
Go
can
extra
do,
long.
can we do two, a Monday and a Tuesday? To get it.
Yeah, we could
Like
do
a
it. We could do a budget workshop and then and have our meeting, and then the meeting will be okay to miss the next week, but we do need to go over budgets.
Yeah, but
About
So we can-
Saturday morning budget workshop.
And we could do that. I could do that as well.
Monday, Tuesday, you know what I mean?
Yep. So we could probably plan on that. That's a good idea.
Saturday morning budget meeting.
And just talk
Oh.
about as many budgets as we can.
What's that? Oh, I don't care.
We could do them all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Do like 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
yeah.
and just-
I know Chief has reworked his budget too, then wants to bring it back to the board. So
So you wanna do next Saturday?
not the one before March 4th, the one before that week, right? My phone is dead, I'm sorry.
Two Saturdays. March 4th?
I can't do the one of the vacation week. So it'd be the week after that. You okay?
we have to see the Saturday before March 4th,
Yeah.
the first.
Is that okay with
Yeah.
you guys?
Tell me.
Okay. I'll put that in my notes to Lynn.
That'll have to be public hearing, right? Every,
Budget workshop.
It's just a workshop, yeah.
oh,
So we
It'll be
just,
public.
I don't think you have to post a workshop, but we will.
We do because it'll be a meeting technically.
And then, so next week, we're meeting on Tuesday, we're gonna cover general. We're gonna make sure, is codes okay? Do you think that's ready? Or,
we're not,
Okay with those.
we're not gonna put well, we did put the extra person on there, right?
No, we didn't.
We didn't. So
there's
we're not-
there is a number for it, but,
I'm not for an extra person.
and then,
Well, I'll see what, you want me to see what the budget committee says about it?
Well, we have to have a budget finalized on us that we agree on.
So you're not for it?
I'm not for an extra person.
As long as they give me the raises. The people that have to work hard, because they're gonna have to pick up the pace. Sorry.
And that's a
I
lot
mean,
for
I'm-
an extra person.
We're getting a lot. We're getting we got how many subdivisions you guys got coming in?
You're busy.
6?
I think we got 3 that we know of, but there's other people.
I mean, the struggle I find is when you have department heads and departments that tell you, hey, we need this, and we're like, well, we just don't want to give
They
it to
didn't
you.
tell us we needed it.
They've been asking.
Jen hasn't.
Oh yeah, she has.
She's made mention to me about the amount of
But they
work
even
that
they
she
even brought
has.
it in last year.
She probably wouldn't come out and be like, please somebody help me, but she has made mention
Well,
of
it's
how
just
busy
so
she
much
is.
work. I mean, the planning board is just.
Well, we can revisit it next week.
Like, there's never been a time where we've brought an approved budget to the budget committee and that budget didn't change. So the idea that we have to agree on something and then it doesn't ever change,
No, there's
it's crazy.
change, but we have to have a number that we're for the. I mean, we do. We have to have a number. I'm not saying.
But-
if you give me a week to think about that one, we can.
And we do. You have till next Wednesday.
How much does it add to it?
So if we didn't do the assistant, it's at 162,646. If we did the assistant, and I did it for 22 an hour, I don't know if I don't even know what an assistant would cost, but I did it at 22 an hour for 15 hours a week, and it ended up being $17,000 for the year for an assistant, and it bring it up to 179,806. Ponder it. And then, I mean, the last thing, it was brought up, I think we have a duty. There was an ethics complaint last week about me. We should discuss it. Because-
we were going to do a conference call at the end of November.
Nope. Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's the,
That's what you agreed with.
oh, I thought you were just gonna call and see if it even had to be addressed.
That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
We're going to do it together.
'Cause-
So there's 2 of us on the phone with the lawyer.
Oh, you guys were gonna call?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it involved you, and then it would be
Yeah.
the 2 of us together.
But that's
That's what we talked. Yeah, if you don't want us to do it, we won't.
No, it's not that I don't, there's,
Just how to handle it.
right, and ethics complaints are, it's a unique situation because we have a board of 3, and it takes 3 of us, and the ethics complaint is about me. So,
So maybe she'll give us guidance on what to do,
whether or not to address it or not.
how to address it. And
Okay,
I think we need legal advice on how to handle it because of like what you said.
okay, if that's,
I mean,
That's-
that's what we talked about last week, right?
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. But it's up to you.
no, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's about me. So obviously I don't think I ethically did anything wrong.
No, we
So that the complaint is that I broke some sort of ethics, and I don't believe that I did. So if you guys think that I did, then that would be,
Well, I think we need.
That's the
I think
problem.
a lawyer needs to tell us. Is what I
Yeah, we can't. I don't think we should be the ones.
but we are the people that get to decide on ethics complaints. That's what the select board does. We
But
review
there's
ethics
only-
complaints.
Right, but there's only 2 of us that can
Yeah.
review it, so I think we need to find out
Okay,
how we
then,
should proceed. Don't you think we should find out how to proceed?
I guess
Hey,
so. I mean, this is the first time I've done it, so I don't. don't know what
I
I'm
also
saying.
don't know either. I've never had an ethics complaint.
I
So,
think even if it's just a, short conversation with Nick and I in the end to find out how to go forward. It'd be
Yeah.
the safest way for everyone involved.
that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. I just know it was brought up and it needs to be addressed, and I didn't want it to go away
Yeah.
without there being some sort of addressing it. So, that was it.
And then the one 2 weeks ago, we didn't come out of executive session. What do you want to do with that?
I don't know what we do. I don't think that there's anything that we have to do about that.
We just have to get the investigation going because we made the motion.
Right. And we did. I did send out the motion.
Oh, okay.
So, yep, I did do that.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything else?
Did you get that started with them?
I sent that next day, I
Okay.
sent out the motion that was made.
Okay.
So I have not heard any sort of an update yet, but as soon as I do. Is there anything else? Gentlemen,
Motion to adjourn.
second,
Okay.
all in favor? 9:05.
Thanks for everybody
Will
staying.
you shut that off, please?